All right, everybody, welcome back to class. This is my confusing words number 5 class. We're going to be going over, I believe, because and though this hour, and if we have the chance, we're going to go over during and in. Okay, so yeah, those are the two that we're going to be going over. All right, so because and though, and during and in, if time permitting. So, okay, yeah, and yes, you guys are too kind. Thank you for coming to my classes here. All right, so I have a series of confusing words that we will be going over. We've gone over words like let's see here. Let me open up my thing. So we've gone over words like accept and accept, okay, affect and effect, another and the other, ashamed and embarrass, okay. Those have been some of the words that we have already gone over, and this is the 5th set of words that we're going to be taking a look at. If you cannot find the class materials, I just put it in the Verbling chat. Okay, that'll open up, and you don't have to select anything else. It'll take you right to because and though. If you come in and you want to hang out in the Google chat, that is there for you as well. And yes, Manal, I know you are kidding with me. All right, let's see who we have in class first. Concepcion, how are you? Concepcion, are you there? Not so much? Okay. Let's see. Now everyone's starting to pile in. All right, who do we have here so far? Yassine's back in class. How are you, Yassine? Nope. He had to bail. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, Yassine is there. Yassine, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, teacher.
How you doing, man?
Thanks, teacher. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. And you, teacher?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming back into class. Good to see you again.
Me too, teacher.
All right, and let's go to Manal. And Manal, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, and we've already gone over what Manal does. It's a job she won't talk about. She's actually an assassin. Yeah, we've discussed this just a little bit. She does that. She doesn't like to talk about it that much. I'm just messing around with you. How you doing, Manal? Welcome back to class.
I'm great. Thank you.
Good. Anything new happening?
Nothing. I'm just tired.
You're just tired? Why are you so tired? What happened?
I want that wedding finish. Oh my God.
You have one more left, right? Your sister's wedding.
No, 2 still.
Oh, really? I thought you already went through your brother's wedding, and now you have your sister's to go through.
Not yet.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Now, what part in the wedding planning do you have?
What do you mean?
So sometimes there's a lot of different things that need to be planned. Okay. Are you planning the whole wedding, or do you only have a little bit that you are helping to plan with?
No, I'm helping her to, buy things. Planning what she gonna do and how the party will be and so on.
Okay. All right. So you're doing everything with her. You would be what's called the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're like the men have a best man and they help plan parties and things like that. The women or the woman who's being married has a bridesmaid. So that's what you're doing, and that.
And I need these days I'm so angry. I became angry easily.
Oh wow,
Yeah, even
it's because you have a lot of stress.
even with my sis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to figure out a way to release your stress somehow, so you don't get
Yeah,
as upset with people.
yeah.
All right. Well, welcome back to class. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's see, Enrique. How are you?
I am fine, thank you for asking, Chad. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was normal, the usual. I rest on Saturday and I work a little on Sunday.
Oh, okay. All right. So you had to do a little bit of work, but not that much. Yeah, I was sick for about half the day yesterday. I think it may have been something that I ate or something, but yeah, I had to cancel my classes and sleep. I was whatever I had just totally wiped me out, and so I needed to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But my Saturday was fun. Saturday we had a blast. It was a good time. But yeah, they did something here in Costa Rica which is called el tope, where they have all the horses here in my city. They had like 2,500 horses, and it was a parade of horses that went around the whole city, and that was interesting to see.
Oh,
It basically closed down the whole city. But yeah. Anyway, welcome back to class. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Chad.
All right. Hey, how about David? How are you, David?
Hello, Chad. How's things?
Things are okay. Things are doing much better. How about you?
Well, waiting for Wednesday and Thursday for my 12th exam.
Ah, yes, that's what's coming up. And how do you feel? Do you feel prepared?
Prepare, nervous, but the nervous will disappear.
Okay. All right. Well, good. I'm sure you're going to do just fine. Yeah, and please let us know how it goes as well.
I will tell you on 25 April that is the estimate date with the results.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool, man. Well, welcome back to class. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. How about Concepcion? Did you get your microphone working? Not so much. Okay. How about Body? How are you, Body?
Hey, Chad. I'm good. Well, except for the flu, but everything is okay. What about you?
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling better. And how long have you had the flu for?
Uh, since yesterday.
Since yesterday? Yeah,
Yeah,
I had some icky stuff. What happened with you?
I guess that being in the balcony at night, it's not so good.
Yeah, it gets a little chilly up there, right?
Yeah.
The air coming through and whatnot. Yeah, that may happen. Now, is this a picture of you and your girlfriend here? Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Great, you guys look awesome together. Very cool picture. Awesome. Well, welcome back to class.
Can't.
And let's see, we have Oksana. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How was your weekend?
Weekend is okay. We go some shopping and that's all. And we watch TV.
Okay.
And rest.
Okay, and you rested a bit. All right, excellent.
Yeah, with
Excellent.
TV.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome back to class. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. How are you? How are your health today?
I'm feeling much better. I haven't eaten anything too heavy or whatnot. I'm just trying to let my body recover more than anything. So a lot of water, some fruits and things like that, and I've taken some vitamins and feeling very very good. Yeah. So we'll see how it continues today.
You think a little bit rest for your health, maybe.
Yeah. I took yesterday in the afternoon. I took about a 3-hour nap. I collapsed, and not really collapsed, but I crashed on my bed or laid down and fell asleep from about 5 until 8. That's when I woke up. I had my alarm set, and I woke up and I was like, oh man, I still don't feel good at all. So that's when I wrote the message. It was at about 8 o'clock my time, and then I had canceled my classes, and then then went right back to sleep. And I slept until about 6 o'clock this morning, 6:30, something like that, and then I was up from there. I was like, yeah, I feel better. I feel much better. So it was good. It was good.
Are there tangerines in Costa Rica?
What's that?
Tangerines?
Tangerines. I have had the tangerines here. I like the pineapple and the papaya best, and also their watermelon. They have really good watermelon here.
Because
Yeah.
tangerines has many vitamin C.
Yeah. I've been drinking a lot of orange juice as well to help with the vitamin C, and so yeah, very good, very good.
Chad?
Yeah.
Chad?
Uh-huh.
Concepcion, I don't know, it's his name. He's talking with you, but you can't hear him. He's the one in your right, I think. Concepcion.
In the chat box. Yeah, he's. I see him there, but I don't hear him. That was actually Enrique that was talking.
It's not here. The one in the left or right, I don't know.
Yeah, this is Conception, but yeah. I've been trying to get a hold of him and him or her, and I'm not being able to reach the person.
Why don't you show him how to get mute from, the icon?
Okay, yeah.
Icon, maybe.
I can do that. I'm gonna say hi to Abby, and then I'll try and help him out.
Sorry to interrupt.
Sure, no problem. Abby, how are you, Abby?
Why do you ask me how I am? I'm great.
Good. Well, I want everybody else to know that you are great as well.
Yeah, I'm really great.
Good. Awesome. Okay, so welcome back to class, everybody.
Thank you.
Now, Conception, if you are new here, let me show you what may be happening. Okay, so over here on the right-hand side, you'll see your chat box. Okay, it may say Verbling, it may not say Verbling there, but your chat is going to be over on the right. Okay, right up above it, you'll have a microphone-looking thing. Okay, and if it is red like this, okay, that means that you are muted. Okay, so click on that so that you can speak. If that's not the case, if it is white, then come over to your settings. Okay, and you can open up this this box and choose between your microphone settings, which are here. Okay, and always remember to save those settings. All right, so see if you can work that out, Conception, and hopefully you can participate in class. Okay, everybody, let me go ahead and put this link back up. All right, so that you can follow along. Okay, go ahead and open that up. We're going to be talking about because and though. Okay, and I'm going to start over with Yassine Ben. You're in class. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Awesome. Welcome back to class. All right, so go ahead and open that up, everybody. Okay, because and though, expected versus contrary reason. Okay, let's start off with Yassine Ben, and I'm going to have you read. Okay, everything that's listed in this this box over on the left-hand side, we'll be talking about the word because, okay, and logical and expected reason. Okay, so go ahead and read everything on the left-hand side, just down to here, please.
Okay. Because adds a logical reason for the action in the main clause. The action in the main clause is an expected effect. Action and situation. Justin wore his winter pants. The logical reason is because it was snowing. Justin rode his bike to school. Do I read only the left?
Yes, so it's only on the left, so we have the action, okay, so the action and the situation, okay, or the reason. Okay, so yes, it would be Justin rode his bike to school and then the reason here.
Yes, Justin rode his bike to school as his car was snowed-in. He likes to walk in the snow since it is a special winter experience. He put on his parka for he felt cold. Justin can make a snowman now that there is snow on the ground. The mayor apologized in as much as the snow removal was behind schedule. The mayor declared a holiday for the reason that no one could get to work.
Okay, excellent. Now, of these different ways to say because, okay, because is very popular, obviously. Since is popular, and now that would probably be the next one in the list. But yeah, since and because are the most used in speaking. Okay, as and for, okay, are fairly poetic. Okay, and in as much as is seen most often in scriptural texts, so religious text, things like that. So yeah, the best ones to pay attention to are going to be since and because. Okay, and Yasin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yasin.
I'm your teacher. Yeah.
Let me have you. Yeah, let me have you read the paragraph or the information over on the right-hand side, please, about though.
Okay, teacher. Illogical, unexpected reason. Similarly, though adds a contrary reason for the action in main clause. The action in the main clause is unexpected under this circumstance. Action station. Justin wore his winter pants, though it was warm outside. Justin rode his bike to school, even though the snow was slippery. He likes to walk in the snow, although his nose gets cold. He put on his parka, regardless of the fact that he did not feel cold. Justin made an excellent snowman, despite the fact he had never made one before. The mayor apologized, in spite of the fact snow removal was not his responsibility. The mayor declared a holiday, yet some people went to work anyway.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So this is our main difference about the two. So we have a logical reason, and that's why we use because. Okay, now it would be logical for Justin to wear his pants because it is snowing. Okay, so he wore his winter pants even though it was warm outside. Okay, so it doesn't really stand to reason. Okay, that's how we would use though. So it's a contrary reason. Okay, of these words here, though is used, even though, although, despite, in spite the fact, and yet. Those are all fairly common words to use, regardless of the fact. That's popular as well, but not as popular as the rest. Okay.
Chad?
Yes.
Sometimes you said just like it's a good question though. Is it the same one?
It's a good question though. That is, let's see. It's in response, saying, so you have your question, and sometimes people say sorry after their question, or it may seem like there's a simple response. Okay, and it's common to say good question though. All right,
Yeah.
meaning it's adding though at the end is in this sense it wouldn't have the same meaning. It means more like it's okay. Okay, it's a good question. Okay, though meaning it's it's all
Sorry.
right. It has a different sense there.
Because I always hear you and the American teachers here, they always say this, though at the end
Hmm.
of the,
Yeah, good question though. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, so and it has a different meaning because we're not comparing two different things. We're not comparing um, uh, you know the reason someone's using snow pants outside to it being warm. Okay, there isn't a contrary reason to what's going on. Okay, it's a statement that we use quite often. Just like, yeah, it's okay. Good question. Okay, or I can't even think of another time when we'd actually say that. I'll think of another way to say it. It's like good question though. Good.
It's a spoken.
Yeah, it's a good time though. Yeah, we had a good time though. So if I was talking about, for example, we went to so I guess it would be. It's just placed at the end. So if I went to the river, okay, and we were with my friends, and it started, we were having a good time. We were playing in the water, and then it started to rain. Okay, it started to
Yeah.
rain, and so we had to leave early. Okay, so when I got back home, if my parents say, "Hey, how was the river?" I said, "Oh, we had fun, but it started to rain. We had a good time though." Okay, so
Okay.
even though it was raining, we still had a good time. Okay, and so even though you have a question, okay, it's still good. It's still okay to ask that question.
But
Okay,
you
so
use it
that's
in
why
a
that's why I
spoken,
would say
yeah?
that. Yeah,
You
we
use
use
it.
it. It is we are sort of. Hold on one second, you guys. Um, yeah, I apologize. Give me one second. My son has a big packet that he has due today, and he procrastinated. So I've got a thing that I've got to go through. Uh, just have him do subtraction. So from when he actually discovered it, so this year, yeah. So this year minus the year he discovered it, and whatever that is, that's going to be your thing. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. So
Don't worry.
does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It has a similar meaning because we are just thinking about it that other way in the other example that I gave you when I said we had a good time though. Okay, even though it rained and we had to leave early from the river, we still had a good time. Okay, and that would be contrary because usually if it rains, okay, you're like, oh, things suck. We had to come home and destroyed our outing, right? And so even though you have a question, okay, and you may feel like you are stopping class, or you may feel like you may be behind a little bit or whatever. Okay, we say it's a good question though. Okay, say, hey, it's okay. Even though you have a question, it's a good question. Okay, because sometimes I don't know. So it's a phrase. It's a phrase that we say. It's like saying, "It's okay. You asked a question. Everything's cool." All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how we use that. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Great. Let's go on. Any other questions at this point?
No.
Not so much. Okay. Let's go to cause and effect. And Manal, let me have you read these two boxes here. Okay, between the different cause and effects.
All right. Cause and effect. Initial position. Emphasis on cause. Cause logging effect. When because is placed at the beginning of the sentence, we can understand the same structure as causes and effect relationship. A speaker places the clause and the beginning for emphasis on the cause. Cause because it was snowing. Located effect. He wore his winter pants. Since it will be snowing harder soon, we need to leave now. Okay, so cause illogical effect. Similarly, if placing the prepositional
Prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase.
prepositional phrase with though at the beginning of the sentence, we can understand the same structure as a cause and illogical effect relationship. Cause, though it was snowing, illogical effect, he wore his shorts. Although it will be snowing harder soon, we need to stay and get our work done.
Okay, very good. So, cause and effect is similar to reasoning, like a logical reason and an illogical reason. Okay, and basically what they were doing here is changing the position of the sentences and whatnot. So putting that prepositional phrase at the very beginning. But you can do that and everything's okay. All right, but just showing the difference again between what because is and what though is. All right, let's see. Let's go to using because and though as let's see. They're using for this reason and as a consequence. Oh, okay, yeah. So for this reason, because is when you say because, you're looking for a result. Okay, and that's why they're using for this reason. It means sort of the same thing, and as a consequence. Okay, it's the same sort of phrase. Let's go to Ingrid. How are you, Ingrid? Ingrid, make sure that.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you just fine. Okay,
right.
Ingrid. Let me have you read everything that's in the box on the left-hand side, please.
Okay. Expressions such as for this reason and as a consequence transition the reader from a sentence with a given situation to a second sentence with a logical reason for the situation in the main class A. Comma is used after the transition word. It was rainy. For this reason, we moved our picnic indoors. It was sunny. Consequently, we had to wear sunscreen. It was bright. As a result, we had to wear sunglasses to drive. The weather was delightful. delightful. As a consequence, we went hiking. I think is that.
Yep, just tell right there. Thank you very much. Let's go to my my next reader, which will be Enrique. Let me have you read the next box on the right-hand side, please.
Okay, an unexpected outcome. Similarly, expressions such as nevertheless and nonetheless transition the reader from a sentence with a given situation to a second sentence with a contrary reason for the situation in the main clause. A comma is used after the transition word. It was raining, nevertheless, we went on a picnic. It was cloudy, even so, we got sunburned. The sky was overcast, nonetheless, we wore sunglasses while driving. The weather was miserable, in spite of that, we went hiking.
Okay, excellent job. Thank you. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go ahead and scroll down and go to a prepositional phrase plus noun phrase. All right, David. Let me have you read the box on the left-hand side, please.
Okay, because of plus noun phrase. Because of due to, on account, or owing to is followed by noun phrase expressing a logical reason for the action in the main clause. The action in the main clause is expected this circumstance, effect, situation, and contrary cause. Schools were closed because of the snow. The pipes froze due to the cold temperature. People stay indoors on account of the bad weather. Mail service was delayed owing to the bad weather.
Okay, good. Now, this is a very popular phrase to use. Okay, but when we say this is how you'll hear it. Okay, we fly through it. All right, we say the schools were closed because of the. Okay, because of the snow. Okay, not because of the So we mush the whole thing together. Okay, or because I was. Okay, or because he was. Okay, so how come you didn't go to? How come I didn't have my classes yesterday? Oh, it was because I was sick. Because I was. Okay, so because I was, because he was, because of. Okay, those phrases are hugely popular, and like as I was saying, that we fly through them. Okay, it's a fun phrase for us to say. So because of the snow, okay, because I was, because he was, because she was, because they were, okay, things like that, and so we kind of just fly through those phrases. Now listen for it as you're hearing someone speak in English, or if you're watching TV or watching a movie. Okay, and you'll see it's used all the time, and we'll say because of the, or because I was, and things like that. We kind of fly through it. All right, let's go to the next box, Concepcion. It doesn't look like you are going to be participating with us. Is that right? Not so much. Okay, let's go to Oksana. And Oksana, let's have you read this next, the box on the right. So in spite of plus noun phrase.
Okay, in spite of, despite, or regardless of is followed by a noun phrase expressing a contrary reason for the action in the main clause. The action in the main clause is expected under this circumstance. I don't know this word.
Yes, it's circumstances.
Circumstances.
Yeah, you're very close. Good.
Okay, school remained open in spite of the show. The puppies did not freeze in spite of the cold temperature. People were out and about despite the bad weather. The mail will be delivered regardless of the bad weather.
Okay, so you'd see again, okay, the contrary reason. All right. Now this makes more sense, all right, because of, now it's that result, okay, and so you're like, schools remained opened in spite of the snow, even though there was snow, all right, they stayed open, Okay. Now, we could have used it last night. We could have said, if I taught class, if I would have taught class, we would say, I taught class in spite of the fact that I was sick, or even though I was sick. All right. So, all right, let's keep going down. Let's see. We're going to go through gerunds, and then we're going to skip over punctuation. And then we'll make it down to our so this is our last two that we're going to read, and then we should get into some exercises here soon. All right, let's go to Abby. Let me have you read this box here. We're using because of and in spite of plus a gerund clause. Okay, go ahead and read the box on the left, Abby.
Okay. Because of, due to, on account of, and owing to may also be followed by a gerund clause with the meaning of expected reason. The 2- and 3-word expressions are followed by an NP or a gerund clause. Schools were closed because of having no heat in the rooms. The pipes froze due to not being insulated well. People stayed home on account of their wanting to keep warm. Mail service was delayed owing to being unable to drive in the snow, and airplanes were grounded due to the runways being covered with snow.
Good. Now, gerund clauses are mainly going to be used with due to and on account of. Okay, this one is clumsy like you can't believe. Owing to being, that's a clumsy phrase. We would not say that. Okay, though it would be correct. We definitely, you won't catch anybody saying owing to. Okay, plus a gerund at the end. Because of having, not so much. We'd use due to and on account of. Okay, due to is by far the most popular. Okay. Thank you very much, Abby. Let's go to Yasin Ben.
Yes.
Let me have you read this this box over here on the right, please.
In spite of plus nominal. In spite of, despite, and regardless of may also be followed by a clause expressing a contrary reason for the action in the main clause. The 2- and 3-word expressions are followed by an NP or gerund clause. Schools remained open in spite of having no heat in the rooms. The pipes did not freeze in spite of not being insulated well. People were out and about despite their wanting to keep warm. The mail was delivered regardless of being unable to drive in the snow. Airplanes took off despite the runway being covered with snow.
Okay, good. Of these phrases, in spite of is going to be the most popular. Okay, in spite of not being insulated well, that feels most comfortable, and that's most likely how you will hear that phrase pronounced. Despite their wanting, I guess sometimes, but most of the time it's going to be in spite of. Okay, and I would say regardless of as well. I think it's most comfortable when you have a word like of or to. Okay, so on account of and due to, in spite of, regardless of. It's easier for us to then go to that gerund form when we have those type of words there. Okay. Okay, excellent job. So, any questions at this point before we get to our? Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Before we get to our exercises, any questions for me at all? Nope, not so much. Okay, cool. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so we're going to scroll down past because of ing. Okay, so that gerund. Okay, past position and punctuation. Maybe one of these days I'll go over punctuation. Okay, common mistakes and errors. We're going to scroll through that. I would suggest going through this on your own time, okay, to see what common errors there are. Okay. Okay, past the description. Okay, we're going to practice. Okay, just like the other practices that we have done, we have options to choose from, because and although. Okay, and let's see, select the response from the list that best completes the sentence. Compare your response to the answer by clicking check. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the small smart car. All right, so first person is Yasin Ak. How are you?
Yes. Thanks,
All
teacher.
right.
I'm here. Number one, Justin bought a new car because he wanted a better one.
Good. Yes, that is a rational
Yes.
response, right? So he bought a new car because he wanted a new one. Logical. Okay. How about number two, Ingrid?
Oh, okay. Justin bought a new car, although he already have another good one.
Okay. Although he already had, and it should be had instead of have. Okay.
Okay.
Although he already had, yeah, that's not your mistake. It's their typo. Although he
Yeah.
already had another good
Had.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Nice job. Illogical. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Let's go to number three. Enrique.
Okay. Justin sold his old car because he doesn't need it anymore.
All right. Logical, right? He does not need it anymore. That's why he sold it. Excellent. Okay. Number four. David.
Justin bought a car that only two seats, in spite of the fact that there are four people in his family.
Yeah. In spite of the fact that there are only four people in his family. Okay. Now, that's not very logical, right, David? So he bought a two-seat car, even though he has four people in his family. Okay, so that's why it would be in spite of the fact, or you could also say even though. I personally like even though. That's probably one of my favorite ones to use. Okay, good. Let's go to number five, and this is for Oksana.
Okay. Justin bought a car that has only two seats. Even so, he wants to be able to use the carpool lanes. No?
Okay, well, Justin bought a car that only has two seats, even though he wants to be able to use carpool lanes. Yeah, I think so. Because you'd driving the carpool lane, you take more people with you. Okay, let's see if that makes sense. Oh, so they went with since. That doesn't make any sense. I would have said even though. So Justin bought a car that only has two seats, and the tricky one is only. So if I was to use since, I would not have the word only here. Okay, that would confuse me. Justin bought a car that has two seats. Okay, only and even though. Okay, would kind of go in pairs at times. All right, that's how I would use that personally. But they say it's since. Okay, since he wants to be able to use the carpool lane. But I personally would not have only there. I would just say Justin bought a car that has two seats. Okay, since he wants to be in the or be able to use the carpool lanes. Okay, not completely logical in my book, but that's what they say. Okay, all right, very good. Let's go to number 6, and Abby, you're up.
Yes. Justin likes to drive it with the top down, though he sunburns easily.
Yeah, though he sunburns easily. Okay, so if he sunburns easily, why would he have the top down? Okay, so it's illogical. Okay, good. All right, let's go back to Yasin Ben took off. Let's go to Yasin. Yasin, number 7, please.
Sorry, teacher. My
It's okay.
microphone is muted.
No worries, man.
The car came with an pop The car came with an pot adapter since Justin didn't order it. No, since. Even though. Yeah, even though. The car
Okay.
came with an output adapter, even though Justin didn't order it.
Okay. Even though you're sure it's going to be even though.
Yes, I think
Yes.
that is illogical.
Okay. So, okay, that's what they say. So the car came with a pod. Should probably be iPod. Man, that's 3 mistakes in my book that I found on this page. So the car came with an iPod adapter, even though Justin didn't order it. Okay, good. Yes, so it came with it, though he didn't ask for it. It was already there. Okay, good. All right, number 8, and number 8 is for Manal.
Yeah. The cigarette lighter is useful. Not sure about the answer. Although you can plug accessories into it.
Well, it's going to. We want it to. This is making sense. So a cigarette lighter is useful. Okay, it's useful because you can plug accessories into it. It's not just used as a cigarette lighter.
So since.
Okay, so we would say since.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say if we said a cigarette lighter isn't. So if we said my mom or my mother thinks that a cigarette lighter isn't useful, although you can plug many accessories into it. So if someone thought that it wasn't useful, then that would be that would kind of be off. It wouldn't be really logical. So, okay, let's go to number 9, and this is for Ingrid.
Um, consumers report rated this car very high because it is so reliable.
Okay, because it is so reliable. That would make sense. Okay, that would make sense for them to rate it high because it is reliable. Okay, good. All right, how about number 10? And this is for Enrique.
Okay. Since the car has had a few problems, customer report rated it very high.
Okay, so since the car has had a few problems, customers reported it very high. Okay, so we have had a few problems. Okay, but they rated it very high. Are you sure it's going to be since? Since would be logical, even though it would be illogical.
Okay. Even though, yes.
Okay, and so yes, it's going to be even though because we've had a few problems. All right, if we didn't have any few problems and people rated it high, or sorry, if we didn't have any problems with the vehicle and people rated it high, that would make sense. But even though it had a few problems, they reported it very high. Okay, so that's why we would say even though. All right, awesome. And okay, let's go down to practice number 2. Okay, talking about election. Okay, same type of thing, but I want you guys to tell me if the sentence is correct or incorrect. All right, let's go to David, number 11, please.
Because the candidates, let me check 1 second. Because the candidate's good idea, I will vote for him. Incorrect.
Okay, that would be incorrect. Okay, because is that what you said? Incorrect? Because the candidate's good ideas, I will vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, incorrect. Okay, it's incorrect. Change to, because like I like the candidate's ideas, I will vote because I like. I would actually have said because of the candidates, good ideas. So yeah, so we're looking at more than just the word here. Okay, we're looking at the whole phrase. I wish they would have explained that a little bit better. So because I like the candidate's ideas, I will vote for him. Okay, all right, very good. Let's go to a number. So you can say this. Okay, because I like the candidate's ideas, or because of the candidate's good ideas. Either one would work just fine, and I personally go for the shorter one. Okay, let's go to number 12, and Oksana.
The candidate won despite he had little experience. This right side for me have answer correct or incorrect.
Okay, yeah. So
I can look this.
Can you cannot see it?
No, I see.
Okay. Do you believe that it's correct or incorrect?
This I think is correct.
Okay.
Because candidate won this despite this mean unlogical. He had a little experience.
Yeah. So that the word here is correct, but we need a little bit more. So it's incorrect, and this is what they say. And there's different ways to say this. They say, okay, you can change it to the candidate won despite his lack of experience. Okay, or you can say despite the fact he had little experience. So either way, saying despite his lack, okay, or despite the fact, okay, despite the fact he had. Let's see.
Or can be even though he had little experience.
Yes, even though he had little experience as well. That would work fine in this situation as well. Okay, so good job at recognizing that yes, it is contrary. Okay, he won even though he had little experience. Okay, but there are different ways we can say that, despite the fact, despite his lack of experience, or even though he had little experience. Okay, good job, Oksana. Let's go to number 13, and this is for Abby.
In spite of the fact the candidate is a woman, she will win. I think it's correct.
Okay. Okay, good. Yes, it is correct. In spite of the fact the candidate is a woman, she will win. All right. Okay, we had everything that we needed to have in that statement. All right, let's go to number 14, and this is for Yasin.
Yes, teacher. The candidate lost the election even though winning the popular vote. It's incorrect.
Okay.
Yes, we are changed to the candidate lost the election even though he won the popular vote.
We couldn't use the gerund form of winning here, or of to win. Sorry, we couldn't use the gerund form of win. We would need to say even though he won. Okay, the popular vote. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's going to be a big thing there. Okay. All right. Let's go to number 15, and number 15 is for Manal.
Yeah. Due to the candidate was not well organized, he ran out of money. Incorrect, I think.
Okay, and why is that incorrect?
Because he was not well, and then he ran out of money. I don't know. It's nonsense.
Okay, so we need correct some of these words in here. You can say due to the fact that the candidate was not well organized. Okay, I personally like using due to the fact or having the fact in there. Okay, instead of changing in here, they are suggesting due to the candidate's poor organization. Okay, yes, you can say that, but personally, and this is what I suggest to you as well, use the fact. It's a great little phrase to add in. Due to the fact that the candidate was not well organized, he ran out of money. Okay, instead of changing things up, changing things in that sentence. So they're suggesting changing was not well organized to poor organization.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very, very good. Thank you. All right. Let's go to. We've got about 1 minute left. Okay. Let's go to exercise number 3. Let's go to number 16, and this is for Ingrid.
What that I have to do?
Okay, here we're going to be editing the sentences in the box, okay? So we need to take a look here. If there's anything wrong, we need to edit what may be wrong, okay?
Okay. Even though there are 60 million Hispanics in the USA, not many are in Congress.
So it looks like they're going over punctuation here. I think this may be punctuation. Yeah, all the rest of this is punctuation. We didn't go over punctuation. Punctuation's not. Yeah. Yeah. We're not going to go over punctuation here. I thought these were extra exercises, but we're out of time anyhow. But okay, so main difference: because, okay, and since, okay, and yet, okay, those are going to have logical responses. Okay, even though, okay, and though, although, okay, despite the fact, things like that, those are going to be illogical responses. Okay, even though it's snowing outside, I went running. Okay, things like that. All right. So that's the way that we use those two different phrases. Okay. Thank you guys for coming into class. I'm going to take a break for a couple hours, and then I'll be back into classes, and I hope to see you guys a little bit later. Okay.
Yeah. Bye, Chad. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you. Bye.
Thank you for class. Bye bye.
Yep. Take care, you guys. Bye.